Lonesome. Hey, my life. All right. Hear this now. Hear this now. Me just do a quick 10 minutes or something, right? Because from I think from last week or week before, some people are give me a rundown and I tell me what I perform a Super Bowl. Yeah. And you have some people that ask me because they might tell me, yes man, who perform a Super Bowl, and you know, me the man we keep it real and honest. And Super Bowl is not a little thing where a man feel say, you know, yeah, the halftime show, any artist, you have all artists go and flop. Because I watch Super Bowl a long time and them thing there. I know everything where you have some people that tell you I feel and I tell you say, yes, people are performing this and that now. This week Super Bowl, Jennifer Lopez and I will say Jennifer and Shakira. And then you have the, you know, like the pre-show before that, you have DJ Khaled Pitbull and Demi Lovato. See? So Jennifer and thing they perform at this year Super Bowl. I think it starts 6 o'clock. So but like straight my thing, you know. Me not go offer some things where some people talk stupidness. We don't do that. And mislead people. We don't do that, you know. Keep it real, you know. I show you some things. I show you some fail people in a Super Bowl where they go and fail before. See? So watch this. Watch this. You have to keep it real, you know. You have to keep it real. We keep it real. See? Because Super Bowl a big thing, you know. Remember, millions of viewers and things. Watch this.
The 2020 Super Bowl halftime show isn't just going to be a medley of Jennifer Lopez and Shakira's greatest hits. It's also slated to be a grand celebration of Latin culture. It's easy to see why the two were selected as co-headliners. Lopez has sold more than 75 million records when she wasn't entertaining fans on the big and small screens. And Shakira is a global Latin music icon and one of the most streamed female artists of all time.
You hear that?
While Latin artists like Gloria Estefan and Enrique Iglesias have performed at past Super Bowl halftime shows, this will be the first time two Latina performers will take the stage together as headliners. Their selection comes a year after the NFL was criticized for picking Maroon 5 to perform at the 2019 Super Bowl halftime show in Atlanta. The city is widely seen as the capital of Southern hip-hop, so some felt the league should have chosen a homegrown main act. But Shakira and Lopez certainly seem like a good fit for this year's game in Miami, a city where more than 70% of the population is Hispanic.
Sends an important message
to the world, really.
To everyone.
Yeah. It's gonna mean a lot for our community here in the U.S. and abroad.
And for women.
Yes, girls.
Latin artists have been a part of the American music scene for more than a century. Latin music came to the U.S. in the early 1900s with the introduction of ballroom dance genres like Argentine tango and kept gaining ground as rumba and salsa took off. A number of hit songs helped Latin music continue to gain popularity in the following decades, including Shakira's Hips Don't Lie, Richie Valens' La Bamba, and Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca. Nowadays, Latin is one of the top 5 most listened to music genres in the U.S., surpassing country music and EDM. That's at least partly because Latin music has exploded on streaming platforms like Spotify and YouTube. Spanish-language songs have consistently dominated the latter's list of its most-watched music videos since 2017. And Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee's 2017 hit song Despacito was watched more than 6.5 billion times on YouTube, making it the most streamed music video of all time.
You hear that?
Shakira and Lopez's halftime show is certainly a chance for them to boost their own careers. More than 100 million people on average tune in to watch the big game, and many halftime artists see significant spikes in album sales after their performances. But their collaboration could also open more doors for Latin musicians by enticing advertisers to work with them in the future and prompting other businesses to similarly put diversity front and center.
So yeah man, so this is how I show you now, yeah. So all of my brethren, them when they ask me who I perform, them all tell me too. And I say no, that no, you don't make no sense. It's a big sponsor, Super Bowl, a big thing. A big thing. Only just stop run with the little fake news and talk some little fake thing where some people just put together and say, all right, we could just use this. And no, Super Bowl, the halftime have big things. You have people go to Super Bowl and flop to you. I'm going to show you. See? I'll give them 10 of them where go to Super Bowl and go flop. And I'll be a big artist. You know, they sell how much million unit them sell her album. She sell over 70 million unit. That one day, you know, global sensation. And them people, Michael Jackson, them use some big people on Super Bowl over the years. They watch Super Bowl. The people them now watch them thing, man. See me I say? So you have to draw that kind of attention and crowd for them use it on the Super Bowl. See? See Jamaicans? See? So, you know, no follow the food talking. No bother with it. See? Alright, look on this. So 10 of the big one never come and flop. See? Look on this now. Super Bowl. Alright, watch this.
Those nipples and the pillow-like tank top, we decided to remember other celebrities that failed or caused controversy on the halftime show stage. If you ever fail miserably at something, remember this ranking. At least you didn't fail in front of millions of people, unlike these celebrities. Number 10, Red Hot Chili Slackers. Back in 2014, the headliner of the halftime show, Bruno Mars, got mostly positive feedback from both professional critics and the audience, unlike the Red Hot Chili Peppers, who also performed that year. The reason for the fans' outrage was the fact that during the band's performance, their instruments were unplugged. And the musicians seemed so energetic and diligent playing them. No wonder the audience was unimpressed. However, the band's bassist Flea explained the whole situation after the show. According to him, NFL made them record the bass, drums, and guitar before Super Bowl halftime show in order to avoid possible technical problems during the performance. It was a request Red Hot Chili Peppers could not decline, especially considering the time limits and the scale of the event.
Yo, them deal with perfectionists. Them no want no mistake pan for them things, so them affect them make them record it, wish them not go live, and the people them see it, so you know it's a flap that.
The NFL does not want to risk their show being botched by bad sound, period.
You hear that? Not even bad sound.
Sounds like a valid explanation, but
so let me tell you this now, Jamaican. People them a put people on them Super Bowl so can't do. You have to do your show. You have to do your tune them straight through. Now run up and down and pull up and do foolishness. Them no work so. Yeah? Wanna stop telling me foolishness, okay? Wanna for know them thing, yeah. Watch this.
Some of the fans remain dissatisfied anyways. Oh well, sometimes you can't please everyone. Number 9. The New Kids, too cute to notice. Before 1991, Super Bowl halftime shows didn't feature contemporary pop music artists. The New Kids on the Block, a popular boy band at the time, was the first band to perform at such a show, and ABC News preferred to show a report on the Gulf War instead of their performance. Of course, the band wasn't completely removed. The audience could watch them sing after the end of the game, but when it comes to halftime shows, timing matters a lot. Why wouldn't ABC air the entire show live? The answer is simple. Instead of picking some of their energetic hits, New Kids on the Block chose some slow and sweet songs, performing alongside a chorus of children. The sight was too cute for both the stadium, eagerly awaiting the game, and for the TV audience. Good thing that in later halftime shows, there were more contemporary singers to come. Number 8. Left Anarchist Shark. Don't be afraid to be imperfect and goofy. And remember, you don't need to be a part of anyone else's system. At least that's what Brian Gaw, Katy Perry's dancer, says. You might not know his name, but we bet you can remember the performance that made him famous. The Super Bowl halftime show of 2015, where Brian was the left shark. He caught the attention of the press because his dance moves didn't match the moves of his partner, the right shark. Later, Brian explained it by referring to his need to express himself. He claimed he didn't like the role he had to play, the role of a 7-foot blue shark, and that's why he decided to play a different character. To those who are unaware about this very important and honorable idea of artistic independence, though, it might seem as if Gaw simply forgot his dance moves in the middle of the show. Who knows, maybe that's the truth he's trying to hide. Number 7. Skaters take over the Super Bowl. Thousands of football fans walk into the Super Bowl stadium and watch Olympic champion skaters on ice. Have you ever heard that joke? Well, if you watched the Super Bowl halftime show in 1992, we bet you haven't just heard it, you've seen it with your own eyes. Olympic champion skaters Brian Boitano and Gloria Estefan got separate little ice rinks to perform on them during the halftime show. And even though they are extremely skilled, that didn't help them get the appreciation they deserved. No wonder it wasn't very smart to mix two kinds of sports within one major football event, nor to try and entertain football fans between the games with ice skating. Ice skating fans usually differ from football fans a lot. Fortunately, Gloria Estefan saved the day with her singing at the end of the show. But the awkwardness of the ice skating performance in the middle of the Super Bowl is still good material for sports jokes. Number 6. Beyoncé never fails to do the right thing. Today we mostly speak of embarrassing and awkward situations on the Super Bowl halftime shows, but when it comes to Beyoncé, the joke is never on her. It's on her haters. In 2016, Beyoncé stole the show by using it to make a statement, to present her politically charged single Formation and support the Black Lives Matter movement. She got sharp criticism from the rightists for singing Formation with a bandolier of bullets strung across her chest. Beyoncé did it to remind the audience about the problem of black men getting shot by the police in the US. It was a bold move, even though it drew controversy. Of course, one could say that the Super Bowl audience deserves to relax and forget about politics, at least for the time of the game, but hey, Beyoncé's songs are always enjoyable, with or without political statements. Despite the fact that Coldplay was the Super Bowl halftime show headliner, the media mostly spoke of Beyoncé's performance, thus drawing more attention to the topic the singer wanted to bring to the spotlight. Good job, Beyoncé. Number 5. Elvis is no Caesar. Have you ever heard about Julius Caesar's mythic ability to do several things at the same time? Well, even if this historical rumor is true, not every mortal man is able to repeat this trick successfully. The 1989 Super Bowl halftime show could be the best proof of this. The NFL decided it would be a good idea to invite Elvis Presley impersonator and magician Elvis Presto to entertain the football fans. He was supposed to perform a massive card trick, engaging the audience and making it participate, while also singing and dancing like Elvis. Come on, even Elvis himself wouldn't be able to do all these things at the same time. No wonder Elvis Presto's performance looked very weird. It was also the same year the viewers were given sets of 3D glasses for the show, and these glasses didn't work well enough. 2 fails for the price of 1. Number 4. Flipping off in the spotlight. In 2012, Madonna was supposed to be the star of the halftime show. She performed on the Super Bowl stage alongside Nicki Minaj, LMFAO, and CeeLo Green. And everything was perfect until British rapper MIA flipped the audience off during her dance. Of course, she only did it in the heat of the moment and didn't mean to offend anyone with the gesture. The NFL didn't care about the context, though, and sued her for $16.6 million.
You hear that?
Agreed on an undisclosed amount. Madonna later told the press that the gesture was a very teenage thing to do. Maybe she was a little bit annoyed that MIA stole the attention of the media with such a brief yet effective movement. Or maybe she wasn't amused by MIA's tweet, posted by the rapper after the news about the NFL lawsuit became public. At Madonna, can I borrow $16 million? Well, at least now all celebrities get warned about the sensitivity of the audience in the US and try not to do anything.
The Super Bowl, they sue you too. You try to mash up their show. And then now put anybody on them show neither. Just look who they on them show.
Indecent. Number 3. Help Indiana Jones to find some sense in this performance. We must confess, the 1995 Super Bowl halftime show is a guilty pleasure of ours. On the one hand, it's a total mess. It was an Indiana Jones-themed performance, produced by Disney. The reason for that was simple. Disney intended to open a new attraction at the theme parks, based on the Indiana Jones movies that very year, and they could have used some promotion. With Tony Bennett, Arturo Sandoval, and Patti LaBelle at the center of attention, the show was both weird and enjoyable. Shirtless male dancers, worshipping the trophy, a giant idol, lots of gold and glitter. Most football fans were puzzled by the sight way too much and couldn't process it very well. But let's be honest, in a way it was breathtaking to watch. This beautiful mess definitely deserves 3rd place on our ranking list. Number 2. Fergie ruining sweet child of mine. We're all humans, which means that sometimes we make mistakes. Of course, it's harder when you make a mistake in front of millions in the audience. But the audience can be forgiving as long as you slipped and didn't do it on purpose. If your mistake wasn't too funny or too embarrassing, yeah, you better not fail in public. Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas didn't just slip in the 2011 halftime show. At first, everything went smooth. Black Eyed Peas performed their hit, I Got a Feeling, receiving great emotional response from the audience. But then they were joined by Usher and Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash. And that's when everything went downhill. It's difficult to understand whether Fergie decided to improvise or whether it was planned all along. Anyway, she infringed upon the sacred, ruining the song Sweet Child of Mine by attempting to sing in the manner of Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose. It looked like a mockery, especially considering her suggestive dance moves as she sang. A very sad sight indeed. Number 1. Nipplegate incident.
Janet
You all
Jackson.
knew this would come along.
Yeah.
There is
While
some
we
kind of weird
man
tension
function,
between
remember
Justin
that?
Timberlake and the Super Bowl stage. In 2018, he almost managed to bring Prince's hologram on stage to honor him. Though, according to Prince's collaborator and friend Sheila E., that was exactly what Prince wouldn't want to happen. But fortunately, Timberlake became wiser over the years and simply sang one of Prince's hits as a tribute. In 2004, he wasn't that wise. Or that lucky. Now it's hard to say for sure. Anyways, on the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show, Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson performed his hit Rock Your Body. Everything was okay until the last line of the song. I bet I'll have you naked by the end of this song. At that very moment, Timberlake reached for Jackson's corset, either to remove it or for whatever other reason, and ripped off the wrong part of it in the most epic way, exposing Janet's bare breast. Jackson was not amused. Neither was the Federal Communications Commission that charged the broadcasting network with a $555,000 fine for indecency. But hey, at least that was a halftime show to remember. Do you remember any other funny, confusing, or embarrassing fails on any of the...
Yeah, man. So hear this now to my Jamaican people them now. Where tell me who I perform for Super Bowl. And me not care who no want them about Jamaican people them move on a more professional level. See? So who not say I perform for Super Bowl in Jamaica from Jamaica, nothing no go so. Nothing no go so. If you go nothing on yourself and look up anything on yourself, a man cannot keep a little thing and in a city and I keep a thing, but now nothing to do with this Super Bowl. See, the halftime show, them they just put anybody, you notice them sue people for 16 million and all kind of things. I mean, them have spread this kind of rumor around. Nothing no go so. So I show you who I perform, and you see them have them up there. See me have everybody who I perform right there. So and apparently because them have the pre-show before, and as I said before, see there, lifetime show tonight, Shakira and Lopez. And that you know have millions of people. More than 100 million people live watch Super Bowl, more than that. You see me I say when you go up there with your proper band and your proper thing, come on, some people are ready for them stage yet, man. See? Stop spread a little thing there between Jamaican and thing and do the right thing. You see me I say? But nothing no go so. Yeah? You don't say every paper, you don't say everything with it, but them just spread that thing and you know, you have some people when they might tell you something and you say no, I say, you don't know, yes man, you know, you want to find yes man. How come your man I do this Super Bowl tonight? Of course man. No go so. Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. See what you so much what them sell and what them do? Because you have big sponsors. I look out for use big artists because you have to boots them brand and you have see and it boots the artists them too. And you perform you can run cross stage and say, oh my God, sir! Oh my God, sir! Foolishness. I come with that now work so. You understand? You have to rock the globe and let me use it on them thing. Yeah? Keep it real. I can talk about the lady, I can talk to the lady about her passport. She just get through to you know, good news. So little later we'll sign on back again. We can talk to the lady there, yeah? Yes man. Lonesome. Keep it real, yeah? Up. Always keep it real. Knockings.